Why would you help strangers? What's in it for you? If you only work with people you know, you'll never meet new people. You'll never go gain influence with your circles. You'll never go grow and meet new circles.
Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500.
What's up? It's your man B Holmes back with another episode of Doors to Success, where I lay out the B-print, which is me teaching you how to knock, open, and conquer the different doors of success in your lives. So, want to do something fun today. Was going through some of my social media responses, and I'm just baffled at everyone's mentality. If we can call it that, should we call it that? The mentality of people when their initial response when you see something that you want or you like or you don't like or anything, right? Like, it's so fascinating to me, the human nature and the human psychology behind people's reasoning for saying stuff, like whether it's happy or sad or just their knee-jerk reaction. And I think that out of all the social media platforms, I've found that Twitter and Instagram are some of the funnier ones. I think Twitter's kind of going down a route where it's pretty much more of like your true opinion. But I think TikTok, is one that's more like just say whatever you want and hide behind any kind of facade. And so you get people's kind of like raw emotions on TikTok. I think like you get people's gut responses on TikTok. And why I think this is super funny is because I just find it fascinating when people say. So I want to give you guys a quick funny backdrop to my introduction to the TikTok game. And I've never really been big into TikTok. I haven't done much on TikTok ever. I didn't even have an account. And I had a couple guys on my team that were talking about TikTok and the power of TikTok and how it would work and Instagram versus Facebook and all this other stuff. And they said, hey, you got to get your stuff on TikTok, man. Like, the people on TikTok would love it. I'm like, well, isn't it the same people? And no, it's not. And so I said, look, here's what I do. And I was kind of like talking about being an old dog and knowing old tricks. And, I remember when I was one of the first in our space to use Facebook as a way of, recruiting. And I kind of got branded in our industry, in our subculture industry, as being, one of the more vocal, unabashful voices on Facebook. I remember when people would meet me, they'd be like, oh, you're B Holmes from Facebook. And I would literally just say whatever it was I was feeling, and I would not hold back on Facebook. And I felt like the reasoning for me doing that was I wanted people to see the real me. But I was never a jerk. I was never a jerk. I would just call it as I saw it, and I still am that way in person, in real life. I will call it as I see it. But I think that what's funny to me is hearing people's, the way they wish they would see it, or they're hiding behind something. Well, it was my name, my face, my wife's picture. Like, it was us. So I had to, it was really how I felt. And I remember one time someone had said something about a memory of something that had happened, and it didn't go down that way. I don't care what your viewpoint was. Like, there was some clear facts about the situation. And I remember saying something on there to the effect of, hey man, just so you remember, we all were there. And that's not how it went down. And that individual you're talking about, he was the one that actually started this. And I tagged everyone. And that was one of the very first moments where I remember tagging people and like having a little, gang riot, or we all kind of gathered groups and realized that you could gather a group. And this was like in 2010. You could gather your group together and kind of be like, hey, you tagged so-and-so on a post? Like, did you see that? And so anyway, I was talking about that, and they're like, why did you have it? And this new group was like, how come you didn't transition to TikTok? And I said, I don't know. But I bet that I could spend 15 minutes and apply the principles that I'm teaching you right now about marketing and sales and this first 7 seconds concept, how to approach, what to say. I said, I bet that I could post a video, and within the first 7 seconds, I could capture an audience, and I bet my video would go viral. And I was just kind of joking around, but my point is that the sales skills that you may not think are valuable or that you don't understand, what I'm teaching you right now, the concepts for the B-print can translate and can transfer to any medium, whether that's TikTok, whether that's door-to-door, whether that's a podcast, whether that's being a car salesman, insurance salesman, or whether that's being a dentist or a doctor or you have to be able to be captivating in your first 7 seconds, because that 7 seconds will buy you 7 minutes. I give the analogy of Jerry Seinfeld, who most of you guys know Seinfeld. And what is a fun fact about Jerry is that I always love to know how influential people are, and one of the best scorecards or the way you keep score in life is through people's net worth, through their bank account. Is it working or not? And that's what I want to know. So I remember reading that Jerry Seinfeld is one of the most paid comedians of all time. That's a fun fact. So Jerry Seinfeld has made more money off of his comedy than any other comedian. That's a master of his craft. So I started to listen to Jerry Seinfeld around how he's made more money than any other comedian in his one. He's the very best of the best, and it's not an arguable topic. You may talk about who's more funny or who's got better jokes or whatever, but Seinfeld's made more money than anybody else in comedy, with comedy. So there's people that have crossed over and back and forth. But no, what I'm saying is in his specific craft, he's made more dollars in that craft and in that field than anybody else. He's figured it out, the top of his game. And Jerry Seinfeld says that he spends 95% of all of his time prepping and nailing and getting his first 7 seconds down to a science, because he knows that he's either going to get booed or cheered on or off that stage, depending on how he handles that first 7 seconds. And that if he gets that first 7 seconds of buy-in from the customers or the audience, they will give you 7 minutes. And if you have and you've bought yourself the 7 minutes by your first 7 seconds, then they'll give you the 30. Then you can, tax the 30 minutes, and then they'll listen and they're along for the ride because they've already made their mind up in the first 7 seconds if they're going to, listen. And then the 7 minutes are where they decide if they're going to buy. And in the 30 minutes, they're just substantiating and finding evidences and reasons to validate what they're going to do. So if you know that, spend all the time that you can on your first 7 seconds in anything. So I was teaching this principle to this younger team. And so I said, case in point, I guarantee I could come up with a video after watching a few TikToks that would go viral. So I went to another one of my guys, and his name's Jordan Anderson. Shout out to Jordan Anderson. And I said, hey, Jordan, I got this idea. Let's do this. And it was Jordan's idea, who's like, hey, man, you need to go put your stuff on TikTok. So we were kind of talking, and I said, here, let's apply these principles. I said, I started watching on TikTok some of these, these influential people that had some following trends on, if their videos were going viral. What I noticed is that everyone wanted to see cars. Everyone loves cars. Well, I happen to have a few vehicles in the fleet that I could choose from. And then, so I narrowed it down. I have everything's black on black. I've got a black on black Escalade, murdered out ESV Escalade. I've got a black on black murdered out Raptor, Ford F-150 Raptor. And then I have a black on black i8 BMW, all black rims, everything's, and so I was like, hey, we got some cars. I also have a black trailer that I haul around, my black ATV Razor. It's a side-by-side, and my kids have one too. And so I said, hey, we could use these vehicles because everyone's liking the vehicle stuff right now. And so we went through, and sports cars were trending. So okay, let's use the i8. The doors go up. People think it's fascinating. The movement of the screen is good. The part of getting out of the car, when I swing out, I'm going to go get the most expensive shoes that I have at the time. And I collect shoes. And I said, I'm going to get the most expensive shoes, and I'm going to change the laces out. So they're a bright red color, so they catch people's eye. And then I'm going to pose a question to the group, to the audience. And my question is going to have a couple keywords. And I looked at the keywords. The trending words were millionaire. The keywords were, financial freedom. The other one was that you call people's pride and their integrity into question. So as I kind of formulated this concept, I pulled up. It was all like in one take. So I pulled up in my BMW. The doors went up. My shoes slid out, and I had the camera on the shoes. I got out and said, "Hey, you want to be a millionaire? Of course you do. Everybody does. But what you don't know is that it's going to be hard work and everything else. And opposed to what you've seen on social media, all these other like get rich quick schemes that you've probably heard, which is something else I found, that it's all bullshit. You know it is. And then using a strong word like bullshit, you know it is. And I said, what you need is a mentor. And I can be that mentor. And that wasn't scripted. The truth. That wasn't scripted at all. I just knew that I had that my first 7 seconds was, hey, you want to be a millionaire? Of course you do. Everyone does. But you know about all the drop shipping and all that other stuff, the get rich quick schemes out there. It's bullshit. You know it is. So that's all I had kind of planned. And I knew that would nail it. And so from there, I just kind of, just freestyled it. And it ended up as, I kid you not, here's what happened. So Jordan had the video, and I get on a plane to go to Vegas, and I hop on the plane, and Jordan says, hey man, I'm going to post a video later today. I said, all right, cool. So I hop on the plane, and he posted it. He sent me a text, said, I'm posting the TikTok video. 1 second. I'm going to take this moment though, and I am going to thank our unofficial sponsor, Red Bull, for their kiwi apple flavor, the green. Thank you, Red Bull. Don't know if I could make this without you. You guys are my inspiration. You're my everything. And at some point in time, I'm really excited for the sponsorship, the official sponsorship that we will have together. So let me know. Call me for my check. So by the time I land in Vegas, I'm up to 17,000 followers. And my phone is like just pinging, right? And I knew when to post. I had studied on the algorithms, and Jordan had known this stuff. I knew, what I was wearing. We had everything locked down. So the prospecting was done right. The questions were asked correctly. The overcoming all the objections that I did in this little TikTok. And if you want to see it, it's go on there. It's at thebprint.life. Thebprint.life. Go check it out. And it's my first video, and you can tell it's my very first video. And, by the end of it, the funny part is when it was all said and done, let's see. I had on this video, I'm at 380,000 views, 22,000 followers, and 52,000 likes. I had hit, 17,000 followers by the end of the day. In my first day, it was crazy. So my phone is going crazy. All this stuff's happening, and it is just popping off. So on this video though, I'm up to 1,200 comments, right? So the other funny thing we did was we left the doors up on my i8, okay? So the doors went up, we left them there. And again, this is like an amazing case study for marketing, which was the kind of the purpose behind it. And the other thing we wanted to do is I wanted to see, would people gravitate to my messaging, which is getting rich quick is bullshit. It really is. I've made millions of dollars after 15 years of hard work. This is hard work. It is 9:50 p.m. I had back surgery 2 days ago, and I'm here working. I don't stop. This is what happens. This is how it goes. It's 9 a.m. on Labor Day, and I am in front of all of my teams giving a hoorah training, which you can see on my social media. Instagram is at bholmes.life, and TikTok is at thebprint.life. Go check me out. And on YouTube, it's bholmes. So go check me out. Go watch these videos and tell me what you think. But what's fascinating is that I'm working all the time. It's hard work. And that is my message, that if you want to go be good at anything, it takes 10,000 hours to become a professional at anything. And that's where, it took me only about 15 minutes to get this video done. And after our first video that went viral, because of all the time and effort we had spent the last 15 years mastering our craft, that it was able to go, and without even having, I'd never had a TikTok account. I had never had any background or I didn't even know what TikTok really was. So if I can go do that with this skill set that I'm trying to teach you, then anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. I could literally teach you how to go viral on social media. I don't have a desire to want to continue to go viral with these videos. I want to go create something that I have a sales platform that teaches you how to do that. That's what inspires me. I don't care to be famous. I want people to go at it and fulfill their dreams. And that's a big difference in today's society. So what is funny though, is that these comments are classic. These comments are classic because, like I was saying at the beginning, you have people that are just saying whatever, right? And so you'll have to watch the video. You'll have to see it, but you've got to see that the doors on my i8, we open them and we leave them up, and it was too funky, too clunky to go back and shut them. It was that they shut kind of hard. And so I just left them open, and we decided if we ever do any videos in the future, we're just gonna leave the doors open. It's kind of like a calling card or a fun thing, right? So everybody, I'm gonna read some of these comments because it's just so funny. Like, it's so funny. And to see people's responses and to see people's initial love and people's initial hate and people's just gut feelings are just over the top, right? So here you go. And a lot of positivity. And I had to learn that, the internet always wins. You're not going to beat the trolls. You're not going to beat the trolls. People are going to come at you. The haters are real. They're there. And you just can't care at all. And I'm so grateful that I had that as my first experience on TikTok, because you just got to get a thick skin and realize that these people, when I go see who this guy is and I pull up who this guy that's like, this is bull crap, you're such an idiot. And I go look at this guy and, he's got no followers. It's a picture of his cat. And he's like Superman strong on here because no one knows who he is. It doesn't have his real name. It's like, he's probably, a 14-year-old kid sitting in his mom's basement playing Call of Duty. Like, I can't let that offend me. I can't let that affect me in my life. I can't let some unknown person hold me back. Every moment that you have, you've got to go earn your spot. Every moment that you go create something, you've got to be creating deliberately, and you can't let anybody hold you down. Like, you cannot. So some of these are great, right? Some are super positive, and a lot of people were really cool. Like Saltzman Jason says, thanks for this. The world needs more willing mentors. Hey B, great to see you here. Show them how it's done. Go recruit the world. Wow, that's inspiring. Hope you can teach me, do what you do. Please be my mentor. Tell me more. In the new Travis Scott's, sheesh. Love the car. Let's see. I watched your other podcasts. I was interested in your techniques of door-to-door. Nowadays, you don't see that, as well as your background. So a lot of good love. Some of these are pretty funny. So here's one that says, I do not want to be a millionaire. I just want to be happy in life. And I'm like, look, if you say you don't want to be a millionaire, that tells me two things. One, you're either lying to yourself because you don't have the money. You don't have it. Or two, you've never had it before and you have no idea what it can do. You're right. Millions of dollars doesn't bring happiness, but happiness doesn't equate from money. That's for sure. But guess what? Money makes it a lot easier. You're going to go through life. And if I can go through life driving an i8 or driving a Honda Accord, I'm going to drive an i8. If I have to go if I'm going on a family vacation, I want to go to Bora Bora instead of at a Koa park in Mesquite. Like, money allows you to have better quality experiences. It allows you to have better quality of life. And so when you say that I don't want to be a millionaire, I don't want money, you're straight lying to yourself because you're afraid of putting it out there in the space and you don't think you can go do it. So why would I set a goal that I think I'm going to fail on? That's a horrible, horrible mindset. That is just like cancer. You need to get that extracted from your brain and your soul and burn it. That's the worst. You need to stand firm and believe in yourself, believe that you can actually go execute. Set the goals, visualize, like, again, everything I teach and train you, set the goal, visualize it daily, pray with gratitude for the things that you haven't achieved that you will achieve in life. Pray for it, visualize it, dream it, plan it, then go bust your ass to go achieve it and work hard. Like, go and continue and do not stop, even when they tell you no, even when they say to stop, right? Even when all the people in your life conspire, you keep going. And then when you have $1 million and you're taking all your extended family you're paying for them for the vacation, then you'll realize, yes, I did want to be a millionaire. I do want to be a millionaire. You do. You just have never done it before and you don't think you can. So you don't want to put it out there and be ashamed or be let down. That's the truth. That's the truth. So don't tell me that shit. Everyone will say that. Let's do this. This is the first time I'm seeing someone speak truth. Okay, where are the haters? Very interested. Truth. Yo, bro, did you shut your car doors? Someone else says he has someone else that does that for him. And I said, no, I don't actually go watch all my other videos. We leave all the car doors open. And I kind of started saying that at first, and I've almost responded to every single person, by the way. I think engaging with if someone's going to take 7 seconds to engage with me, I will take my 7 seconds and engage back. I will always engage with you. Everyone actually thinks that I'm not the one responding. I am the one responding. So take heart to know it's me, and I'm here making it happen. I do have a team. I do have people that help, but on the comments, I am responding on the comments. So, hey, how do I get you to be my mentor? Tell everyone, hey, go watch my YouTube, comment, and I will be selecting who I will pick for my mentoring groups from people that invest in me. Let's see. When you think of growing your account, this is how to do it. So, okay, come on. Where's the funny ones? Good work, brother. Okay, I want to drive a 99 Toyota Supra so bad. Forget your i8. That's crappy. Not everyone wants to be rich. Hey, how do I get in touch with you? No millionaire spends their money on a shitty i8. Let's see. Breeding dogs will get me the cash. Finally an honest man. Let's see. How much does this cost? So there's a lot of how much does this cost? Too good to be true. Why would you do this? Okay. And let me answer that question. So there is no cost to a lot of levels of what I do. There are costs for higher groups. So we have just the free content that we put out there. I have some group coaching that I do for free, depending on what it is. I do have group coaching that you pay for if you want me to dive deep in. I'd have one-on-one that you can pay for if you want more of my time. The more time I give directly, the more it's going to cost. That's with anything, right? But giving free content and giving some free classes and having my YouTube videos and showing you how to go do it is all there for free. And this is like life though, right? Is that I'm giving you literally the secrets for free. I am literally putting it out there exactly how I did it, how I'm doing it and what I'm doing. And the part that you're paying for, why it's expensive is a few reasons. One, if you pay for something, you are committing yourself to it. The more you pay, the more committed you are because it's a serious investment. It is. It's just what it is. So the more you pay, the more time and dedication you're going to get out of anybody, right? You do pay for what you get. So if you want something for free or you want something half off or when you're there to go get a surgery on your heart and the doctor says, I don't got a lot of time, I'll speed this up. Are you going to tell him, hey, doc, give me the discount and just, do it quick? Or are you going to say, hey, take whatever I'll charge me whatever it costs. I'll pay whatever, right? Just make sure it's done right. If you had that attitude with your mentors and your business people, instead of trying to look for a deal from some guy to do some quick startup, and then you would actually be successful. I have mentors in my life that I pay for. Everything I have that I'm not the very best, and if I can't be number 1 or 2 in my space, I don't get involved. If I can't be 1 or 2, I'm going to go pay for someone to train me to get better. I pay a lot of money for a fitness coach, for a diet coach. I pay a lot of money to have a great accounting team. I pay for legal counsel and a legal mentor. We have a great legal team, and we pay for that. Like, I pay for great mentors in my life, and everyone should too, because if you're going to ask for someone's professional time, it's got to be, you expect it to be good, right? So it's like the story of Van Gogh. When Van Gogh was getting older, he was in the streets of Paris, as the story goes, and this lady walks up and says, hey, I'll pay you how much for the painting? He says $5,000. So she says, okay. So he paints this painting in 5 minutes, and he turns and gives it to her. She's like, oh, you're done in 5 minutes? She's like, I'm not paying $5,000 for 5 minutes. And Van Gogh says, this is where you're mistaken, lady, that it didn't take me 5 minutes to paint this. It took me 50 years to paint this. It took me this long to master my craft to paint this. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for my expertise. You're not paying for how long it takes me to do it. You're not paying for me. If what it takes me 5 minutes, when I look at your balance sheet and when I come do the B print and I come look at your business and I say, I look at a business and it takes me 5 minutes to figure out where you're bleeding cash flow and revenue and where I need to cut and where we can build and where we can put some processes in place. It takes me 5 minutes to increase your revenue by 32%. This just happened last week. 5 minutes increases company's revenue in 32%. It didn't take me 5 minutes. That took me 15 years to get that good. That's what it is. That's how it works. You're paying for the professional. You're paying for the experience. And if you don't pay for that, you're going to get the experience. You're going to pay for the experience that you're going to get. Chew on that. So why would I do this? Because I love what I do. There's also, a lot of people are like, hey, why would you do this if it's for free? What's in it for you? There's different levels of wealth and motivation. Okay. I've said this before. I've said, in the first level of wealth, or in your first levels of life, it's just the have to, right? It's the have to phase. It's I have to pay my bills. I have to pay this car. I have to eat. I have to live. I have to go get money, right? The next phase is I want to. When you make enough money now, I want to drive the BMW. I want to go on the vacations, right? I want to do this. It's the I want to phase. And then at the end, it's I'm going to leave my legacy. I want to duplicate myself. I am going to make this thing continue on for the generations to come. So I want to, I know I need to, I want to, and I have to. I have to leave this legacy. There's something driving inside of me that I want to train people to become Great. I want to train the people below me and with me right now so that when my sons come up in the world, they can also be and learn. They're not going to see me. My sons aren't going to see me in my prime. They're not going to see me right now. They're not going to learn from me right now. But you know who is? My brothers and my brothers' friends. And the generation I'm training right now, the people I'm doing business right now, they do see me. They are seeing me in my prime. So if I can take and transfer what I've learned to them and to you, and then when my sons come through the marketplace, they can be affected by me. My legacy is still here. I have to leave this legacy. And so I'm at that phase of my life right now where I have to leave my legacy because I want my sons to know what kind of business person their dad was. And that's kind of one of my holy causes, is that I want them to know how I was and how I worked. Let me get some of these other funny ones. I quit my job and I want to work for you right now. Okay. I call BS on everything I see from someone trying to sell me in or tell me they can help. Okay, so don't ask for anything in return. Then I'll know if you're legit. All right, good job. So let's go look who this guy is. Okay, he's got 29 followers. He's following 2,000 people. He has 4 likes. I'm sorry. Okay, so another one. You left your car door open. I said, nah, man, this is part of the marketing plan. Did it work? Are you wondering why my door is open? Are you asking yourself questions? Are you curious? Are you curious enough to comment? Perfect. This is why I am the master at marketing. This is the B print. So again, people think I made a mistake. Nah, everything is calculated. Everything is calculated. Everything is surgical. I am surgical with this thing. I'm surgical with my words. I'm surgical with my placement. I'm surgical with my moves. There is a plan before it happens. If you don't think so, then you're wrong. I could have been a millionaire, but I lost everything that I had. Plus, I have cancer, no money. I'm almost 60. I have to go work 45 hours a week, and my wife left me. All right, bro. I got you. You've got to get moving, though. You can't sit wallowing about the things that happen. You can't sit there and blame your wife. You can't sit there and blame the 45 hours. You can't blame the elements that beset you at this time. You've got to take your lot and you've got to move. In fact, my next podcast is on this very topic. It's on helo crashes. It's on the hard times. And when hard times hit you, that's what defines you. That's what moves you. That's where you should pray for these moments that you can step up and shine. That's what's going to separate you from everybody else. So take this moment as a shining moment and go dominate. This is where you dominate, man. Like, I believe in you. Get a support team, get a mentor, and let's go, man. Like, this is why I do this. Because my mindset when times get hard is valuable. It's experienced. I'm weathered. I've been through some of these battles and I know what the outcome is. So I'm going to go hard because I know how to win. And that's what you're lacking. And that's okay. But let's go show you some victories. Let's go show you some W's. We're going to start small and we're going to build it up. I'm going to teach you how to set goals and let's go dominate. Okay, let's go achieve those goals. I'm not going to set these lofty goals. I'm not going to have you, if you're making $45,000 a year right now, I'm not going to put your goal at $100,000, right? If you don't have an avenue to go get that, we're going to break it down. We're going to get some side hustles. We're going to figure out some things to do. We're going to get your goals. We're going to increase the margins that we can make on your current status. We're going to talk about the things that you have passion for, because if you're passionate, you can go create and break your lids. If you can go break your lids on these 3 or 4 things, we'll get those side hustles up until you surpass your salary that you're making now and the crappy job you don't like. We're going to go turn you back into the man that you once were. You're going to take the money, go get some treatment in the right ways with the right type of foods and medicines. And then you're going to turn yourself into the man that your wife thought she was marrying. And then you're going to go get a younger, better looking chick and take her by your wife's place of work and go order the milkshake while your wife is this the server, your ex. That's the goal. Like, start visioning that. Start putting that in your brain and see what happens. So these are my responses. Like, and I can't respond like that to all of these, but it's just so funny to hear the people. It's so sad to hear people's loss for life. This is my lot. Their defeat. Your mentality is your demise. You are defeated before you even started because of your thought process. Think about that. So change it. Start doing things and putting things in your life to change your thought process so that you can have some wins, so that you can turn yourself into an honorable man that goes and kills it, slays it, okay? You're my mentor. I want your guidance. I don't even know how you define a millionaire. Well, okay, can't help you there. Thank you for saying the truth. Be a mentor. How do I get in contact with the B-Print? What's the B-Print? When can I start? The B-Print is my sales training leadership platform that teaches you how to go be a man, how to go be a woman of value in today's society, that gives you skills of communication, gives you skills of in any workforce. It's the blueprint, the B-Print that I've learned how to do to become successful and go have success in the 5 avenues of life. Spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, and social. If you go dominate those avenues of your life and you go master them, that the financial aspect of your life will come from being a great balanced individual and being a dominant human being. And when you have that, you can go in any space and be anything you want to be. That's the B-Print. That layout, this mindset, this program, system, tools, and then all of a sudden now we're talking about levels of investing and syndications and being angel investors and do some venture capitalism and have some deals we go invest in together. And I'll invest with people that can know how to work in a day-to-day job because you've earned it. That's the B-Print, right? That's what I'll teach, okay? No need to be a millionaire. Okay. I've already answered that one. I've been asking the universe for a mentor. I'm ready. Are you? So this is all these people that are wanting mentors. Hey, I want you. That's where I work hard, pays off. Like, finally the truth. Where do I sign up? All these people, I've given them, I say, hey, here's what you do. Go to my website, put in your information so I can get your information. I can contact you, watch my videos, catch up on my videos, leave comments. I'll tell people to do certain things to see if they'll do it. If you're not willing to go forth and put any effort into it, I won't put any effort into you. I want to work with people who want to work with me. If you don't want to work with me, it's how I run my companies right now. If you don't want to work in my company, then I don't care. That's like, meaning that if you want to go, then that's okay. I'll let you go. Like, even if you have an employment contract, that's fine. Like, if you don't want to be working with me, then I will let you go by your own decisions. But my job, my responsibility is to create a culture that you'll want to work with me. And what's crazy is I've got people that are still here working side by side with me for 15 years. 15 years. My top closest 6 people have been with me all 10 plus years. That is one of those goals in my mind that I find a lot of value, and I derive a lot of value from. When my starting 6, my starting 5 and my bench player are all 6. So my starting 6, my 5 with my bench, are all 6-figure people, and they've been with me for 6+ years. That's when you know you will leave a legacy. When your starting 6 are making 6 figures and they've been with you for more than 6 years, that's when you start leaving a legacy, okay? I don't want to be a millionaire. I want to be comfortable. Duh. How do you think you're going to get comfortable if you don't have any money? Hats off to you. Best way. I want to see your action. Plenty of action. I got 15 years of action. Go check it out. Is it free though? I want to know the price. Can you give this to me for free? Will you give it to me half off? Like, people don't even know the cost yet, and they're asking for stuff for free. Why does people want free stuff? Free is such a negative word. Like, stop using free. Ask somebody how much value you can go provide for them if you want them to give value to you. No, thank you. I want to go to heaven. Hey, Genio603, guess what? You can go to heaven and create heaven on earth. Because guess what? Heaven on earth will turn into your heaven in the next life. If you don't know how to create a heaven here on this life, you won't be creating a heaven in the next life. You think you're just going to be sitting on clouds playing harps all day long? If that's what you think heaven is, well, then congratulations. My heaven doesn't look like that. And you are going to learn the skills here on this life that will take you to the next life. Intelligence will go with you. You're right, you can't take your stuff. But the stuff that you've learned how to get, you will take that intelligent with you. So please go become intelligent. Please go gain wisdom. So in the next life, you can have an awesome time in your heaven, whatever that looks like. But you can do both. The secret to life is learning how to fight the tyranny of the or and master the genius of the and. Again, the secret in life is to learn how to fight the tyranny of the or and master the secret of the genius of the and. You can do both. You can have money here on earth and go to heaven. That's free advice. Hope you like that one. Okay. This guy had me sold until he tried to change the name of the blueprint to the B print. I said, hey, what's up, my dude? Great video with the one where the dog jumps into the lake. He had a funny video. I went and looked at his page. I said, my name is B. All my friends call me B. So one of the lessons found in my marketing portion of the B print is to use things that people can relate to. If you don't like my branding, I can't win all of you over. So guess what? It's called the B print. Please be my mentor. Truth, facts, more info, please. Hold on, I'll find some of these funny ones. What's the catch? What's the catch? Tell me what the catch is. I think it's interesting that people are so programmed to wonder what a catch is. Let's go work hard. I don't think I'm saying anything that's tricky. My message is go work hard. Like it's going to be hard work. So there's the catch, is that it's going to be hard. There's no catch to that. I'm not telling you what you don't want to hear. I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you don't want to hear. And there is no catch. It's hard work. Okay. Show me how. Hey, I'm also a mentor. Great video, man. I said, cool. What do you mentor? He said, real estate agents in Los Angeles. I said, awesome. I've got a guy out there that does and teaches you how to do that. I can connect you. He says, wow, you would do that? I said, of course. Add value, man. Add value wherever you can. Just help people add value. Oh boy, another guru. What'd I say? He goes, oh no, another guru. I said, damn straight. And we'll keep coming till you pick one of us and go make $1 million. And then you can turn and go do the same. Let's go. I'll give it to you for free. I said, if it doesn't work, I'll give you your money back minus the shipping and handling. Smiley face. Hey, guess what? I said, come listen and learn, and then I'll pick my students from there. If you had any good comments and you want to go make it happen, your choice. So if you're so tired of hearing about everyone be a mentor or a guru or a millionaire, go do it. Go do it. I don't want to do it. Then believe in yourself. Just go put yourself out there. Bro, how much did that sweet ride cost to rent for your video? Guess what, bro? It's my ride. I'm willing to learn and put the hard work in. The whole video passed, and I'm here wondering if the I-8 doors are still open. It's part of the marketing plan. Look how many people I got asking. Look how many people I have commenting on my video because of a marketing ploy. Love it. You forgot to close the car door and lock it. Plus, why is the backpack already in the office? I got a lot of backpacks full of cash. That's what I said. Again, I think that's so interesting. People's knee-jerk reactions. Okay, so you actually take the time to be one, or are you just going to try to sell me something like everyone else? What do you expect? What do you think? Again, content is as much content is for free, but you're not paying for the content. You're paying for someone who can hold you accountable and give you the execution. I am literally giving you all the free secrets. That's not why you get a mentor. I know how and what to eat. I pay a lot of money for a nutritionist and someone to teach me fitness. I know fitness. I've been going to the gym for a long time. I've had like 4 major people teach me fitness, right? So I know fitness. I know nutrition. I actually train people on their nutrition and fitness. But why do I pay for a trainer? You know, I actually got to hang out with a friend of mine named Phil Heath. He's been Mr. Olympia 8+ times. He's a beast. And when I went with Phil pays for a trainer named Hanny Rambot. Phil Heath, Mr. Olympia, pays for a trainer. Phil's the very best in the entire world at what he does, and he pays for a trainer. Why? Because it's the secret of accountability and execution, right? Like vision and the know-how and the knowledge is good, right? But execution is worshiped. The execution, the accountability to execution is worshiped, and that's what a mentor will provide. Well, I can do it. No, you won't, or why? You'd already have it. You've already have had it. That's why. Okay? Did you even shut your car doors? Of course not. You left the rental car door open. At least he was honest. I'm envious. I wish I had the drive, but I don't have the drive. I'm smart. I'm just super lazy. # stay broke. All right. You said it. You actually said it. Anyone else waiting for the punchline? Teach me the blueprint. Teach me the B print. Give me 5 million. I'll go start, turn into 50 million. Come on, man. You know what I'm going to say, right? You want me to give you 5 million, go turn into 50 million? If you can't turn this $5 bill into $50 and then turn that 50 into 500 and that 500 into 5,500, you won't do it with 5 million either. Start doing it now. Go start now. Show me you can do it now with what you've been given. It's the parable of the talents. Go take the one talent, turn it into 100, and then I'll invest in you. Shout out to the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. You don't give diamonds to the bread maker to go invest in building ships. You go give your diamonds to the bread maker if he's making bread, right? Invest in people that know their craft, okay? How does a regular guy, dad of 3, working 70+ hours just to keep up, actually go do this? Guess what, bro? I've got 4 kids. I'm a working dad of 4, and I've done it. You just need someone who can help you and hold you accountable, okay? Tired of these guys always trying to sell some BS. If that's great, why not just say it? Okay? There's not a get-rich plan. You've got to put in the work, right? Why would you help strangers? What's in it for you? Guess what, lady? Hey, Suzanne 36. If you only work with people that you know, your circles would always stay small. How are you supposed to go meet new people? If you only work with people you know, you'll never meet new people. You'll never go gain influence with your circles. You'll never go grow and meet new circles. So, hello, stranger. Let's be friends. You don't need $1 million to get that car. No one pays. You don't need to be a millionaire to get that car. No one with $1 million would get that crappy car. Really? Okay. Well, that car I paid for it was $173,000 off the lot. And you should have $1 million to play in the big leagues. Someone else says something about the car here. It's pretty funny. They said, this guy's not a millionaire because of the car he has. It's the people that have Hondas that are the millionaires. Listen, that's great advice, and I'm sure you're talking about what Gary Vee says and what all these other guys say, but guess what? Gary Vee has a nice freaking car. He probably gets driven around in a Rolls Royce. He's not talking to me. Gary Vee is not talking to me. He's talking to you. He's saying, don't go live outside your means. There was a time when I had a Honda Accord, and if I would have gone and bought the i8 at that time, sure, he would have been talking to me, but he's not talking to me. He's talking to you. So live within your means until you can go afford the thing. My rule of thumb is anything you see, any assets that you see in my life, I have the exact same amount in liquid cash in the bank. That's my rule, okay? So I have some other rules of finance and wealth that I can teach, but if you see me have it, I have it in cash in the bank so I can always afford it, right? But I'm going to finance it because I can write off the interest and I can also write it as a business expense. Either I'm going to pay $70,000 in taxes or I can actually use it and go get a new vehicle and buy the new vehicle or whatever with my trucks, pay for the trucks. I can lease a sports car and use the interest to write off as a tax deduction. So there's things you do to stay wealthy. So he's not talking to me. It would actually cost me more to drive a Honda Accord than it would to go drive an i8. Do you understand that? If you don't, let me teach you. That's what the blueprint's about. So there is wisdom in what he's in that logic, but it's specific times of your life that you need to deploy that logic, and that's what a mentor can teach you. If you're telling me that, and if I lived that life, that wouldn't work for me. It did, and now I've advanced. So that's fire right there. Okay, that's about it. I did want to go through, and I did want you to see like all of the different, like I said, the internet is, it never loses. It didn't win. But I think what's interesting, okay, is be my mentor. Be my mentor. I'm so down. Hello, please teach me. Let me know. How do I sign up? Can you help me? Please help. Help me. How do I do it? Help. Can you help me? How? I'm all in. Okay, let's do it. How do I sign up? Like it's crazy, okay? The amount of people. And the fascinating thing for me is that everybody is asking for help. A lot of people want it. Again, I'm going to repeat this. Here's the difference. I have given everyone instructions. I literally went through and commented on 1,000 of these just for again, this is my case study for social media on this first video, is that I'm literally giving you the answers on the test. I am cheating and giving you free advice. That's cheating. That's me giving you the answers on the test. But guess what? The game of life isn't won or lost by test answers. You can't win $1 million by knowing the answer, the one-word answer. You're not going to win. You can't win. You have to go learn and execute. And having someone that can help hold you accountable and take you through that process is what is going to win. You have to have somebody that can show you and hold you accountable. And again, if you don't need that, that's fine. But in every aspect of my life and any other successful person, they all have mentors. I promise you they have mentors. And the reason is that we all know that we're not good enough to even do it without it. It's like, if you're really good at driving, the guy that squeals his tires around the corner and drifts the back of his tires off the edge in this mountainous pass, like that's not the guy I want to drive my baby home from the hospital, right? No, I'm going to trust the guy that goes slow and steady and hugs the side of the mountain and goes the speed limit and looks over his shoulder and stops for 3 seconds. That's the guy I trust. I don't have to put my hand in the fire to know that I'm going to get burned and prove to you, look, my hand's in the fire. Look how long I keep my hand in the fire. Ooh, I pulled it out right before I got burned. I don't care. I know that. I don't need to know that, right? That's not it's not appealing to me. That's not intriguing. That's not how life works. You have the free answers. You need somebody to hold you accountable. And whether that's a team setting, that's a company, that's a group setting, that's a community, and that's what we're creating, right? Is having this group of people that can hold each other accountable to each other and to execution so that you can go do it, okay? The test questions I've given you, it's all free. It's all out there. It's all for free. It's given to you. I've given it. You have the free answers. But why aren't you doing it? There is 1,000 people asking me to help and give them sign up. I gave them all instructions and no one has done it. Actually, I take that back. There's about 200 people that have actually done the instructions and now they're in my coaching group. Ta-da. And out of those people, you're going to have the same ratio of people that drop off that don't want to do it and take it to the next level. And there'll be a couple that do. They'll want to step up. And that's fine. That's human nature. But it's so fascinating to me that so many people claim they want help, talk like they want help, know they need help. I give them the free answers. It doesn't answer their problem. It doesn't fix the issue because they need someone to hold them accountable. And if that can be themselves, great. But even I know that I shouldn't do that myself. I know I need to get someone to hold me accountable and push me to the next levels. So take the answers and learn from everyone. It's not just about getting the answers. Those are easy. That's just cheating doesn't work. Cheaters never prosper, right? Because you can never have a prosperity of a crop, an outcrop of anything in life, because you cannot cram on the farm. You cannot fabricate what you sow. You're going to reap what you sow. You have to go on your product, on the crops that grow, and you go gather everything that you have planted and worked on, and it grows. You're going to go reap what you sow. So make sure you sow it right. And you can't sow with just an answer. If you just have a seed and you look at that seed and you sit there and look at the seed for 30 days, it's not going to turn into a crop. You're not going to get fruit from that. You have got to plant it. You've got to dung it. You've got to dig it. You've got to water it. You've got to prune it and let it grow, and then you can harvest it. You have to go do the action along with it. Execution is worshipped. Execution is everything. Accountability is everything. You have to know the process. The process gives you the proceeds. From the proceeds, you'll be successful. That's the messaging today. That is from everyone commenting, please help me, help me, help me. Really? Well, there's the free answers. Go do it. They won't even take the first step. They won't even go watch the first video. You have to go work. It's going to be hard work. Go do the hard work, and when you do, you'll get the prize. Promise you that. So, let's go. Go do the hard work. Make it happen. Execution is worshipped. Hold yourself accountable. If not, get a mentor. Let's go.
Thank you for listening to the Doors to Success podcast. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. Visit bholmes.com for more information on how you can join the B Print.